If all of a sudden you hear a big sound, that's because God thought right now would be a good time to start bowling, right when I'm making a video. I don't understand why he does the things he does, but here we are.
A reporter filming these other reporters who are taking pictures. And if you look closely, something seems kind of strange that you may have missed. So in a moment, you'll be able to see the phone screens of these people taking pictures. Watch their phones. There is no orange in front of them. This girl's taking an image pointed directly at them. You don't see any orange on her phone screen. The other guy was taking pictures too. No orange. And it continues. So people are wondering if there's like a green screen in front. Who knows? We also know all of the strange symbology that's in their Apollo mission patches and all that. But look, where's the orange, man? He's pointing right at him. And then this next girl, same thing. And she's what, 15 feet away, 10 feet away maybe? There's his phone pointed at him, no orange. And it looks like she's pointing at his back, but she's way too close to him to that be that. So this makes no sense. So all I'm saying is this doesn't really help the allegations that this whole thing was fake.
No, it really doesn't. That stuff is weird. It was on 2 phones too, not just one, and it doesn't look anything like it. It just seems like they cut out people in front of that gate and then just filmed the other thing and combined the two. That's what it looks like. Kind of, right? I mean, it wouldn't be that impossible to do.
How fast are you going at your top speed?
It's interesting measuring speed in space. So, we use like air density and, to determine Mach. So when we enter the atmosphere, we'll be going about Mach 25, 26, or 25,000 miles per hour. 7 miles a second.
Wow.
Did you miss it? Because I did. I still just can't get over the speed of that thing that they claim is they're going 25,000 miles per hour. They went out 25,000 miles per hour and they're coming back in 25,000 miles per hour. That's crazy. That's a crazy speed.
It is the highest high.
We're going to the moon.
This is the first time we're going to send humans to the moon, and we're going to have humans in low Earth orbit. That is awesome. We should, as humanity, we should take a brief moment to go, that's awesome. This is the first time we're going to send humans to the moon, and we're going to have humans in low Earth orbit. That is awesome. This is the first time we're going to send humans to the moon, and we're going to have humans in low Earth orbit. That is awesome. This is the first time we're going to send humans to the moon,
I didn't
and
know
we're
it
going to have
played
humans
this
in low
many
Earth
times.
orbit.
All
That
right.
is awesome.
We get the picture, but dang, I mean, geez, that was a good little summation of some of those things too, and all the symbolism that's in there, and the fact that it just kind of goes seemingly right into the ocean, and then it looks like they got off the thing to begin with, and then I don't know, there's so much to it, and then the Nutella floating around, and then this. What was the point I was thinking? Why do they have really good? Did they? I forget now. Thinking back, I forget. I thought this is what I was thinking about before. I'm not sure. Did they have bad audio? Because the video was like, all right. Why would they have bad audio in space? You think that would be the easier thing and less data than video? But why is it still like kind of crappy? I don't know. It should be pretty good or better, right? Not just like some old crappy thing. We're just used to like movies, man. We're so used to like movies and things like that I just, I don't know. we just think, oh, that's supposed to go. We forget about all these little small details of the stuff, and especially me, you know.
This is a robot melting from a solid into a liquid before returning to its original shape. No, this isn't a scene out of Terminator 2. It's actual footage taken by a team of researchers and engineers. This is magnetoactive liquid solid phase transitional matter, aka MPTM. It was inspired by the CQ.
Let's look that up quick before it gets too far into what is that? What did it say? It went right over that quick. This magnetoactive magnetoactive liquid solid phase transitional matter. Magnetoactive liquid solid phase transitional matter. Whoa, that's cool.
Matter, aka MPTM. It was inspired by the sea cucumber, an animal that can change how hard or soft its tissue is at any given time. In order to make a shape-shifting robot, scientists from Sun Yat-sen University's School of Biomedical Engineering and Carnegie Mellon University's Soft Machines Lab needed to use a substance that could easily change state. They chose the soft metal gallium, mixing in tiny magnetic particles as well. The science is complex, but basically the magnets allow the robots to spread out and then reform. These robots can also climb walls, reversibly split into two parts, and jump over things. Scientists are eyeing potential uses for robots with these skills, including delivering medicine or going inside the human body to manipulate it, such as if someone accidentally swallowed a small object and it needed to be removed. Outside the body, the robots could also be used to repair circuits, bind things, and more.
Let them choke. We got to poison them first. They're already putting that all in our bodies, spraying in the skies. It's crazy. I'm telling you, it's wild. That's
Check
cool
it out.
stuff,
This
though.
is a humanoid robot, but it's not normal. It doesn't work like the others. And that's because this one was made with water. Each one has an artificial heart that pumps water through a hydraulic muscle system. So the movements feel way more fluid and human-like than other robots. It's pretty wild. Now, these are called androids by Clone Robotics, some of the most advanced robots ever designed. But here's what's crazy. The water muscle system isn't even the most interesting part. The most interesting part is the hands. Check this out. These hands are the most human-like robot hands ever built. And because of that fluid muscle system, they have a huge range of motion and can move at superhuman speeds. You can see in the demos, these hands are actually able to perform many of the basic human tasks that you would want a robot to do. Now, Clone is selling the first 279 androids in 2025, and they're going to come pre-installed with skills. Things like pouring drinks, vacuuming, dishes, and a telekinesis platform that lets you teach it on your own. Now, I will say, Clone has yet to show a live demo of the full humanoid. It's been very under wraps, but they claim they have something that can walk like a human.
What I don't get about all this robot stuff looking like humans, why do they need to make it look like a human? Why do they always need to make it look like a human? What's the point of that? That's the kind of stuff that makes me lean more towards like, what are they doing with some weird trying to put us into some other thing, into a robot body, into the Matrix plugged in kind of stuff? Like, it's always because it's got to be like a human. It doesn't need to be. What happened to R2-D2? He was a fine-looking robot. He seemed helpful. He wasn't so threatening, and he didn't feel so bad. He just beep, bop, boop, boop, dee, bop at you, you know? Like, why do we need to have this hydraulic arms? What's the benefit of doing all this stuff? It seems stupid and kind of backwards. Like, there's got to be a lot better solutions. Like, I was looking at some other videos, and I saw one of these humanoid robots sorting through packages like on an Amazon line or something like that. And it's like, why do we even need them to be humanoid? Unless, I guess, too, for the point that then they directly replace people with all the manufacturing equipment we already have without installing more stuff, while still charging all the people that are already in place a surcharge for their robots. It's probably something like that.
Okay, how am I just finding this out now? Did you know that in 1998, a Simpsons episode came out called The Wizard of Evergreen Terrace, Season 10, Episode 2. He writes on a chalkboard a formula no one really thought anything of, and this little Easter egg went unnoticed. Then, almost a decade and a half later, CERN, which definitely doesn't have 666 in their logo, comes out and discovers the God particle, the Higgs boson particle. Now, this is apparently a pretty big deal, namely because they spent $13.25 billion to find it. Except 14 years before that, Simpsons wrote it on the chalkboard of this episode. Now, I've heard some wild Simpsons predictions. They're not really predictions, they're telling you what's going on. But this one is strange because if the connotation is that they knew what it was already, then what did they spend $13.25 billion on?
Man, there's so much in The Simpsons and other shows like that, man, especially in The Simpsons. If you actually watch those things, you'll see a lot of them that are popular, that people show, that are very interesting, that are true too, that are very weird, like the Trump one coming down the stairs and he's waving and it looks exactly the same. But there's a lot of small little things that they just hint at in there already that are just so weird and small, but don't always show a good visual or something. But if you're a Simpsons fan or a Futurama fan, like I was talking to someone yesterday, they give you a lot of stuff right in there. I really like the show Futurama. If you haven't watched that show, the early ones are the best ones. They start off with a banger with season 1, but there's a lot of funny things in there. I like that they live in the future. It's this weird time. Some of the stuff is completely backwards, but some of the stuff, it's just like they just carried forward the lazy momentum of the early 2000s and just brought it 1,000 years forward, and it still has its laziness to it, and people are still just the same. I don't know. It's not very exciting to be explaining a show like that on here, but it's a good one. But that's all the stuff I got for you today. Today's just a short one. I had a real busy day, but I hope you like this stuff. And if you did, please gently tap that subscribe button again. Smash it, hit it, bump it, have your cat touch it with his paw, anything to get me those subscriptions. I'm just kidding, but seriously, thank you. Have a good day. I'll talk to you soon.